Community Roundup. The first museum dedicated to Mahatma Gandhi in the Americas, Eternal Gandhi Museum of Houston, took a concrete step in its journey with a groundbreaking ceremony. The museum is expected to open in 2022.
Eternal Gandhi Museum Houston is an initiative to preserve and continue the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. The museum's message is a transformative one. Through practice of non-violent conflict resolution, visitors, especially youth, can be catalysts for change in their own lives and communities. The groundbreaking ceremony of the Eternal Gandhi Museum Houston was preceded by the Hindu fire ritual of Havan, and the ceremony also included planting of trees by all the dignitaries. The trees will become a permanent constitutive landscaping of the museum. Also featured the burial of the time capsule. The capsule was put to bury a historic cache of goods and information that depicts the current state of the world, with emphasis on the local situation and EGMH beginnings. The plan would be to remove the capsule in maybe 50 years as a means of communication with the future generation.
Mahatma Gandhi throughout his life remained committed to his belief in non-violence, even under oppressive conditions and in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy, teachings and thoughts are of great relevance in the world today. The power of peaceful means to seek justice, the effectiveness of non-violence in countering force, respect for diversity within and between societies, fighting social prejudices and promoting social reforms, conservation of nature and probity in public life are enduring ideas that can help us all to address many of the problems of the contemporary world. His inspiration guides us all and all of humanity.
The only morally and practically sound method open to oppressed people in their struggle for freedom is non-violence. It is the only morally and practically sound method open to oppressed people in their struggle for freedom. The struggle for freedom never ends. If the struggle for freedom ended with one protest and one change in the law, we would not be fighting for the right to vote, free of the kinds of encumbrances that we currently see being perpetuated and perpetrated in this country. The fight for freedom doesn't end with one protest. It is a struggle according to Gandhi. And we all have to assume that by birth we are born into the struggle for freedom, not just for ourselves, but for every living being on the planet Earth. The struggle for freedom is one that involves your participation so that I might be free. My freedom relies on you. Your freedom resides in me. If I am to be free, you must be free. And if you are to be free, I am to be free. Our freedom resides in each other.
Houston is one of the most diverse cities in the United States, and it welcomes the addition of the Eternal Gandhi Museum Houston to its rich cultural landscape. We pride ourselves constantly by talking about our diversity and our inclusiveness. But what's happening here today really amplifies that message.
This space that we are in today will be an opportunity for learning for not only the children of Houston, but for everyone who enters and exits this amazing museum that is forthcoming. Gandhi has been a beacon of hope for oppressed and marginalized people throughout the world. And it is my hope and my prayer that each person who enters and exits this museum will leave inspired to, of course, be the change that they want to see in this world.
Any new and bold initiative has to have individuals who are the primary force behind its successful launch. For EGMH, they are David and Marjan, if you can please stand up, Genji. and numerous tireless volunteers of the organization he founded, the Arya Samaj Greater Houston. Big round of applause, please. And the other person, of course, your MC for today, Dr. Manish K. Mani. But for the support and encouragement, EGMH would not have launched and would not be where it is today. On behalf of the EGMH, we want to express our sincere gratitude to them.
The construction of the museums with you all starts today, and we look forward to the grand opening to take place in fall of 2022. So please consider this a personal invitation and a save the date. The project budget is $12.5 million. That does include a $3 million endowment fund. To date, we have raised $3.1 million, so we still have a ways to go, but we are confident. As the cause is real, the effort is true, and the generosity of mankind will shine.
By telling the story of Gandhi and the leaders he inspired, EGMH assures to activate a collection of educational activities that encourage children, youth and adults to choose the path of peaceful conflict resolution.